your daily updates. Newsman Dennis Daily offers his take on the events of the day in another daily video blog.
Hi, and thanks again, everybody. Today, a quiz. You see those communications towers? I think you can see them as nighttime rapidly approaches here. Would you say those towers belong to an AM or an FM radio station? Well, if you said AM station, you're right, even though some AM radio stations use but a single tower. And I'll tell you why there are so many. First of all, AM radio stations use the entire tower to send out the signal. The tower is called a radiator, and therefore the tower can't touch the ground electronically. That means it has to be isolated from the ground. And a lot of AM radio towers sit on big glass insulators. If you want the signal of the station to go out in a circle, you use one tower. But what if the government tells you the only way you can have a lot of power is if you don't interfere with the station, let's say to your north? Then you could design a pattern that looked like half a circle, sending most of your signal in one direction. Take WWL radio in New Orleans, for example. Why waste a lot of its signal going south into the Gulf of Mexico? So 95% of WWL's AM signal goes north to the other part of the U.S. and just a little bit out into the Gulf. And this is accomplished by using a very complex array of towers. And not to get too technical, but when you make your circle into something other than a circle to make the government happy, it takes a lot of equipment at those towers. The towers have to be tuned to certain responses electronically to create that pattern. Okay, FM uses a single tower, but on it are radiators of a different sort. Many of them look like great big split donuts. They are insulated from the tower, and each one of those arrays multiplies the power. If you send 1,000 watts up to the top and have 3 bays, you have 3,000 watts ERP, effective radiated power. Don't worry, there's not going to be a quiz. I just wanted to see if you knew the difference. I'm Dennis Daily with your daily news update.